Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel with Doreen K. Kalembe. So today I am going to be giving you the guide on how to apply for the SI scholarship. Remember, I told you that it opens on the 15th of October and it closes, I think, around December. But then for you to apply for the scholarship, the applications will be out on 9th Feb. But still, they will only consider those guys that applied through, like the Swedish application portal. So I told you this application portal is just like the common app in the United States. So you need to first apply to those universities. And once they give you like an offer, either conditional, I'm not really sure, but like once you get admission in the universities, you then apply for that scholarship and be considered for the scholarship. So let's get into the video. So as you can see, when you click on SI scholarship, so it will bring you here. So this is the official website of the SI Scholarship for Global Professionals. Now, when you scroll down, they will tell you that this opens for applications 9 February. But then you must have first applied to the universities. So you see we have overview, what's included, criteria, how to apply, and frequently asked questions. So this is the overview, and then this is your eligibility. So you should be a citizen of one of the 33 eligible countries. Apply for a master's program that is eligible for the SI scholarship, be liable to pay tuition fees at the university admissions, and also have demonstrated leadership. Okay. So it's from 16th October up to January, that's 15th Jan 2026. You apply to the Swedish master's program through the university admissions. Now, so this is what is included: full tuition fee coverage. So once you get the scholarship, you're going to be considered for full tuition, a monthly allowance, a travel grant, and then membership in this. And then after your scholarship period has ended, you become a member of the Swedish Alumni Network. This is really awesome. So the scholarship does not cover insurance. We recommend checking with your university. It doesn't provide additional grants for family members. So if you're planning to travel with your child or with your husband or with your wife, it doesn't give you, but all of you will just, like rely on the allowance that they give you for stipend. It doesn't cover the application fee to the university admissions. That's where I said you're going to be able to pay for your own admission fees. Allow extensions or changes to the awarded scholarship. Now, just imagine you've been given a scholarship and you're like, oh my God, I fell pregnant. Can we defer to next year? They don't give you those extensions, okay? So the criteria is already given there. So now if we come back to how to apply, let me say. So how to apply, you apply for a master's program, apply for this scholarship on 9th Feb, then screening will take place, notification from the university comes in March, and then final evaluation also by April. They will like announce and they'll say, congratulations, you've received a scholarship from us. So applying for a master's, okay? So this is where we first start from. So you're going to apply for a master's. They tell you should go to the university admissions. Now, once you go to this part, this is where you are going to have things like login. So they're telling you how to log in, search for courses. There's no application without courses and programs. So Sweden has a huge selection to choose from. So get a brief overview. You can read about the courses and you're like, okay, I would want this, I would want this, because it gives you up to 4 courses, guys, up to 4 courses. And also applying after the deadline, it's always better you apply before the deadline. So now, the best part is logging in into the university, how to log in. So you can log in using your email or Swedish personal identity number, logging in through your university IDs, all this. So you can log in using any of that. So you can email or Swedish personal number. So you can create an account with a personal identity number, or logging in through your university or IDs or, any of these. Now, me, I can decide to say, okay, maybe I want to create an account because now I want to be able to. Okay, me, I've already logged in. This is really so bad. Let me first log out. So once you come here, apply for a master's. Of course, they will tell you to log in. Now, me, of course, I'll come here to log in, okay? So you log in so that you can apply for a master's. So since you don't have an account, you have to first get an account. So you say don't have an account, you'll create an account. So creating an account is really easy. So create an account. So they ask you, do you have a Swedish personal ID number? You're like, no, I don't have it. So email address, let me say maybe I'm putting in my own email address. Password, let me say maybe I put in my password and then I confirm it here, you know. So after I have confirmed it and then I say I'm not a robot, then you choose all the things. You get what I mean? Then of course you go to the next part. But now since me I've already I created an account already and I logged in. So I got login details. So this is just what I will do. I'll come to the login part. But since for you, you've not yet created an account, that is what you will do, what I just showed you. So then you come back to the login part, put in your email, put in your password and log in. Now they're telling me, welcome to my application. So search for courses. So you can decide to search for the courses that you want. Now, which course do you want, guys? Hey, so this is where the Tagali is. So they're telling you filter, show courses or programs. So we can say show courses. Hmm? Do we say programs or we say both? Okay, let's say both. All universities, all subjects. Okay, for subjects, what do we want? Let me say I want what? Mathematics? Okay, let me say maybe me, I want education, or computer science and engineering, whatever. Let me just say, okay, education. Or education, sciences and that. And I'm like, okay, that's where I want to look only. So there is adult learning and education. I can select this one. And I'm like, that one, I want it. Children's rights and this. They're telling you this one, no, application period is not yet open. So this one, I can't choose it. Education for Sustainable Development Master's Program, like, not that one. Because we are choosing up to 4 courses. Education Theory Master's Program, I can say, okay, let me select this. Maybe I want theory and practice. English and education, like, Introduction to Sustainable Development. Let me see, what do I want? Okay, sociology of education. Let me say, okay, I've also selected maybe sociology of education. I'm just trying my stuff, like I'm just trying to show you. Teachers in speech and communication with focus on that. Teaching and learning in higher education masters. Okay, works lifelong sustainability, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let me say maybe I also select that one. So I have already finished to choose my 4 courses, right? So after I've finished selecting my courses, so we can go to prioritizing our selection, okay? So they tell you that number 1, prioritize selection, number 2, submit application, and number 3, confirmation. So now you can go through this and you see what they mean by prioritizing your selection. But prioritizing selection is out of the 4 courses. Once you decide to say, I'm going to select this one and this one and this one and this one, make sure the one that you select as number 1 is your, like, the one that you're like, this one is what I really want to do. Then you're like, number 2 is something I can also do in case I don't get number 1. But in case number 1, number 2, and number 3 fail, maybe now this could be like my number 4. So if me, I have chosen adult learning as my very first, masters in sociology as second, third, and fourth, I'm like, okay, me, I have already prioritized my selection. I'm like, fine. So I'll go on and I'm like, they will ask you questions here. Please answer the questions below that pertain to you. Where did you complete your studies? So all these things. And then you're like, I have read the information on this website. So I'll say my country is Uganda. That's where I completed my studies. I have read the information on this website and believe that I'm not required to pay an application fee. I will be submitting documentation in support of my fee exempt. Do I need to pay fees? In general, if you're not a citizen, an EU person, in the country of Switzerland, you are required to pay application tuition fees. So most Ugandans, or most people from Africa, you guys are supposed to pay application fees because we are not citizens. So for these courses, we have to say, okay, this is my number 2, number 3, number 4. Now I will submit my selection. So number 3, confirm. Thank you for applying to this. To complete your application, please upload documents that prove your eligibility. Now, application documents is the next one. We are like, okay. So application fee. So remember, you have to pay an application fee. Please, make sure you read each and everything here. Once you read, it will give you, an overview of what you are supposed to do. Okay. So number one, the application fee. Your application cannot be processed until either you have paid the application fee or documents that you are required. Your application is not complete and cannot be processed. To begin processing application, you must receive an application fee, documents that are not required to pay. It takes some time for your documents to be processed. Your application fee status will not be automatically updated. So after you presenting all the things, remember, I told you, number one, you have to pay the application fees. And then secondly, you also have to put in like your documents. The part of documents is here, application documents. So you can go here to application documents, then you start the guide. You will see how you are supposed to upload like your documents, okay? Let me hope this helps. And guys, you have to also remember that this thing ends on 15th of Jan, okay? It closes in Jan, and then in February, that is when you are now supposed to apply for the SI scholarship. I wish you the best of luck. In case you didn't get anything, just put comments in the comment section and I'll try to explain something, okay? So welcome back from that other part of the application. Let me hope I have explained a few details of the things that you are required to do before you apply for the scholarship that will be running starting February. So remember, you have to pay an application fee. Remember, you have to open up an account, like create an account that is using your Gmail. Then also remember that you are supposed to submit in your documents. You go to that part where you are required to submit documents and then you submit in your documents. And then in case you're having trouble with something, you can always ask Google, how can I do this? How can I do this? And they will tell you each and everything. I wish you the best of luck. Let me hope this video has helped you navigate the application process, and bye-bye.